Hey there, armchair warriors. Tom here, and I'm going to be starting up a Hearts of Iron 4, well, playthrough, I guess, but we're doing the tutorials. What we're actually end up doing here. There we go. Should be seeing the scenes now of the startup here. Takes a little bit longer than Hearts of Iron 3 does to load up, but that's all right. Newer game, newer engine, all that kind of stuff. I got the Hearts of Iron 4 when it was on sale during the winter sale. Forget how much I paid, 17 bucks or something like that for ultimately what was the Hearts of Iron 4 along with the Man the Guns. To idea. Here we go. So got the anniversary pack, the Death of Dishonor, German historical portraits, Man the Guns expansion, United and Ready, Rocket Launcher Unit Pack, Together for Victory, Waking the Tiger, some wallpaper, Allied Speeches Pack, and some Allied Armor Unit Pack. So a lot of cool stuff. Like I said, just about 17 bucks or whatever. Not bad, I feel, for essentially what's an old game. Yeah, not terribly bad, I feel. Just want to play through the tutorial and just kind of see how that goes. First things first, though, this music is kind of getting to me. There we go. We're going to kill the master volume a little bit too. The effect volume can also kind of get voice volume a little bit too. There we go. Okay. Further, I guess we should take a look at here and see autosave monthly. That's fine. Use offline wiki as default. I don't know what is there like a built-in hints or tips or something like that? I mean, I do have the wiki page for Hearts of Iron 4 bookmarked and starting to kind of go through that. Let's check video here. So we're doing borderless. Everything's kind of maxed out, which is fine there. I don't think we need anything accessibility. No, we don't. Cool. So, starting with, what's career profile here? Oh, one playthrough started. Oh, because I did kind of dove into the tutorial. I was like, oh, interesting, but didn't really do too much else with it. Yeah, as you can see, nothing. Nothing really. Oh, interesting. So we have the DLC. If I get really into this game to the point where I'm at, like with Hearts of Iron 3, I could see getting all this DLC when it's on sale. Like currently, a lot of it is. Goddard Emerung is just been released, so it's not on sale. There's several there. Here's the DLC that I've got here. That as well. There's also subscription mode because if you sit there and you want to buy all the DLC for Hearts of Iron 4, Paradox does this. Really, I won't get into it because it is what it is. I have a badge. I don't know what do these different badges do they mean? Player profile. Okay. Cool. We can kind of do that, I guess. Oh, you can unlock these as you progress. As I get career points and stuff. All right. Anyway, you can spend hundreds of dollars on Hearts of Iron 4 if you want to get it all. Hundreds and hundreds of dollars easily. But they do have a DLC subscription model. I think it's like $8 a month, or if you buy it in quarterly, 3 months at a time, it's $16, I think, or $15 maybe. Basically, you get you buy 2 months, you get one free kind of type deal. So, I mean, I could see doing that subscription if I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to play it, but I really don't be spending hundreds of dollars. I was looking, though, it's like, if I were to get a lot of the DLC that I want or could want now, it's cheaper just to buy it all rather than pay for like a total year's worth of subscription. But we'll see. I don't want to buy further into this if I'm not going to like it. So let's see if we can't learn what this game is all about. I will say the graphics are pretty nice. I mean, that's some pretty good artwork there. I do like that. I don't know what this stuff is here on the left. We'll probably find out. Graphics loading. Actually, it's not too. I mean, it's not too slow of a game compared to like Hearts of Iron 3. All right. First things first. Let's take a look at all this. Oh, so we do. Well, yeah. Let's just do the tutorial, page 1 of 20, 1 of 15. So basically, mouse zooms around. Arrows on the keyboard do as well. Keypad does not do anything. Okay. So we'll be taking charge of Italy during the period leading up to war. So what are we? We're in January 36. This is one thing I get used to. I think in Hearts of Iron 3, the date's over here on the left. So it'd be interesting to see how much has changed. One thing I did notice in my other playthrough, you can actively see the weather on the map here. The amount of provinces has been decreased, I feel. I could be wrong on that. Possibly not. Yeah, I think it's about the same, honestly. Looks like the map is a little bit differently drawn than I'm used to with Hearts of Iron 3. Just looking to see. Oh, you know what? Can we move this? Ah, we can. Nice. One area that I know because I play Japan so much. Okay, maybe not. Maybe there's the same number of provinces. Ooh, I like that 3D modeling. It'll kind of show you that, yeah, these are hilly and mountainous ranges. Hovering over even tells you, give the breakdown of the weather and stuff like that. I do see the rail lines, so obviously there's some sort of aspect involved there. We can't. Oh, we'll get to that in just a moment. I was trying to see if I could like turn the map around or something like that, but no, we can't. But yeah, it looks like well, that's weird. Manchukuo is already, that's Menjiang, is already in existence. Manchukuo, of course. Then you got Korea. Taiwan here. Let's see here. Iwo Jima is just one province, it looks like. In Hearts of Iron 3, Black Ice specifically, Iwo Jima is 2 provinces, I believe. Saipan, yeah, that's set 2. There's all the Pacific Theater Islands. There's Wake. So, wow, the orientation of the map is a little bit different than what I'm used to from Hearts of Iron 3. I'm used to Wake being up here a little bit further north, and this island chain being a little further north or something like that. But no, it'll take some getting used to, but we could certainly do it. That is not a problem. We'll get into that momentarily. But let's get back to the tutorial real quick here. Oh, I was going to take a look at it. I hope this will be all explained. Let's see if I can't figure out myself what all this is. So the date, upper right corner, map, globe, world tension history. Okay, world tension is the world tension screen. All events affect world tension somehow be shown in the list here. World tension measurement of how heated the game has become. A certain country may have certain diplomatic actions locked until world tension is high enough. Generally speaking, Axis powers want the world tension to stay low to prevent democratic countries from interfering, while democratic countries want world tension to be high so they can intervene. Okay. Declaring war, justifying claims, annexing territory, completing certain national focuses are all examples of actions that might increase world tension. I wonder if you'll be able, if there's some national focuses that will lower world tension, maybe. Higher world tension is the closer you are to a world war. Okay, cool. I won't say don't show again because I think I will need to call upon it one more time after this. Main menu. All right. This I'm assuming is game speed. And currently, yeah, it's paused. We can also click on these to increase, decrease the speed. And if this is game speed, I could probably just go, let's go this fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's same as Hearts of Iron 3 in that regards. Music controller. Interesting. With Hearts of Iron 3, you don't really have much options in the way of music. There's like a set playlist, and only so many songs can be played. In fact, it's usually recommended that if you want to have a much wider variety of music, disable music in Hearts of Iron 3. For one, it'll help reduce the amount of RAM that the game uses because it's a 32-bit game. This Hearts of Iron 4, pretty sure is a 64-bit. It's much newer, 6 years old, I think, compared to over a decade or more for Hearts of Iron 3. And Hearts of Iron 3 runs Spotify or YouTube Music or something like that, so you can have music playing in the background there. Real quick, a tangent I keep flirting with in my head that I keep forgetting to mention there. Oh, I like how the sun kind of, yeah, it's obviously the sun here as we progress. This is nighttime, no sun. Yeah, potentially that's the moon there, I would have to guess. Scroll over here, there's a sun. Cool. The tutorial. I don't recall HOI4, Hearts of Iron 3, having a tutorial, but I started off playing Hearts of Iron 1 back in the day when that got first released. And this tutorial was extremely basic. Basically, it was just a bunch of windows like this that said, okay, click this key, and it was done in some sort of wink and nod. Adolf Hitler is telling you how to play Hearts of Iron 1. I guess it was supposed to be funny or whatever. I just kind of felt it was rather gauche. Not terribly, and also not terribly helpful either. The whole aspect of, click on this, click on that, great, I suppose, but we need a little bit more. I don't recall if Hearts of Iron 3 had a tutorial. It definitely came. I bought the physical copy, had it mailed to me, and it had a big book inside. Then each expansion that followed, I got all the expansions that came with HOI3. They all came with digital copies that basically had rules addendums, or game play addendums, kind of let you know how certain things worked and whatnot. This I'm kind of glad to see. Like I said, I already had a dance with the tutorial for HOI4 a little bit earlier, but we're doing this together, so that way you guys can kind of see what I'm doing wrong, and where I need maybe some help and structure. You guys can certainly point out to me what I'm saying wrong or what I'm doing wrong, and some tips and tricks I'd be happy to accept. But it seems like with this tutorial, Paradox definitely has figured out how better to show the gameplay aspects of the game, as well as some tips and tricks of, here's what you need to do type of deal. I also have a couple other games. I was gonna check real quick to see what I have, but I won't worry about it. I think it's Crusader Kings 3. Is that what I've got? Yeah, Crusader Kings 3 is what I've got. Stellaris as well. Both are much newer games. Stellaris 3 years old, I think, maybe 4. Crusader Kings 3 2 years old at most. As I do this video, we're in 2025. Of course, as you probably watch this video, if you're watching it fairly recently after I post this, it's also 2025. But I think both those games that came out recently. While I've not Stellaris, I've played somewhat. If I remember, it does have a pretty good tutorial mode. Crusader Kings 3 I haven't even started, but from what I understand and heard from my friends and read online, it's got a really good tutorial mode. So hopefully Paradox has learned these very complex, nitty-gritty type of, crunchy, strategic warfare type games. If you're going to put in a whole bunch of gameplay mechanics and mechanisms, you really need to also include a very good tutorial mode that helps introduce new players that aren't necessarily just new to the particular game that they're playing, but also to people that are like new to the entire environment. Strategic type of games like this, they're just going to start dying out if they don't help brand new players to it learn how to play it. Stellaris is a really great game. And the Crusader Kings, what's the other one? There's like an 1800s or 1700s type of game as well. I forget the name of it right now, Victoria or something like that. Paradox makes several great games, but they just don't really. It's for like the grog nerds. It's for like a very niche clique of people, and they don't really try to provide that exposure to people that may don't regularly play it, but could potentially get into it. Tangent aside, HOI4 tutorial I think is really, really good here. Going further, let's see here. So just like HOI3, we can take a look at Army, Navy, Air. Achievements are not available. Cannot get achievements. Game is in Iron Man mode, regular or higher difficulty. So I can't get achievement. Well, we're in a tutorial, so that's all a moot point. But so is this saying, therefore, that I cannot earn any of the achievements in the game unless I'm playing on regular mode, which obviously I'm in tutorial, so no duh there. But there may be easier modes than regular difficulty, so might have to look at that. Iron Man, basically, to me, Iron Man mode for me is like Diablo 3, Diablo 4. You create a character, and if you die, well, your character's dead. Is that kind of what it's saying here? Or I guess Iron Man mode in some other games, no saves except for like when you exit the game or something like that, or it's certain cutscene activations or checkpoints you pass. I'll have to look into that a little bit further, but no biggie. We looked at the globe there. There's a help. There's alerts. Current scale 100%. So that's for the overall. What we looked at, the what's it called? Tension. I was gonna say threat, but tension. Okay, so that kind of explains all that there. This one thing, maybe it's gonna be down here or something like that. With Hearts of Iron 3, you kind of had these three different type format, but nonetheless you could look and see your military branches. But then they also had the battles. Wasn't it battles? Good God, I played HOI3 so much now, I'm like not remembering. There's some other features up here I thought that I'm not seeing immediately, but let's go down lower right corner. Nuclear rates, okay. We went with all possible map modes. Oh, a lot of map modes. Do a search. Oh, good God, there's all kinds of stuff here. Oh, so these are all probably here. Terrain map mode, there it is there. Supply map mode, there it is there. And I see we have shortcuts to each. That's very handy. Resistance map mode. Compliance map mode. Resource, yada yada yada. Okay, so basically this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 actually. Oh, toggle displaying fog of war. So I'm thinking this is fog of war on, because it's very foggy looking. We know there's troops on our borders. Oh, looks like some snow. Yep, snowing, very cold in this area. I like this. I will say with the map, I really like the map detail here, the fly-in aspect. The fact that a huge difference between this and HOI3, you have a 3D modeling of the height of the terrain instead of just simply, you know, a graphical indication of whether or not there's hills or mountains there, which that's not a big deal. But I do like this. It kind of throws me to, though, like here on this border, as I zoom up, or move upwards here, it kind of curves over. But if I move away, the province looks so much smaller. Kind of weird. But all that goes away, of course, the further out that you go. It's not until you zoom in a bit that you get that 3D modeling. But also that the weather is being displayed. We kind of saw it, like around here. Definitely some heavy snows, throughout this area here. It's January, so yeah, let's take a look at South America, for example. Fog, so obviously, if we turn off fog, cool, but unless we have troops nearby, we're not going to be able to see anything. Rain in the area. Oh, yep, there it is. Got rainy because south of the southern hemisphere this time of year is their summer. A lot of rain in the area. I wonder. I think I recall I was zooming in, and some of the weather was being shown as thunderstorms. Hey, these look kind of familiar here, don't they? Yeah. So cool. I like the weather aspect. The overall map kind of layout's pretty cool. This is a bit strange here. So it's showing these. I'm assuming these are divisions. It's got to be. At a certain distance out. So we go to a certain point. So these are 15 divisions. I would have to assume, meaning in like this area or something like that, perhaps. What was that? Ah, oh, cool. Radius showing probably, I'm sure the short radius is for fighter wing, and the larger radius is for the tactical bombers. So good God, tactical bombers can go far. It's got to be the furthest out for them to be able to return. I wonder if you can do one-way objectives type deal. Say a la Doolittle Raid, for example. You can't do that in HOI3. HOI3 is just your planes have a max range out and they're always coming back type deal. So the Doolittle Raid, for example, can't be completed. Quick, for those who are like, what are you talking about? The Americans, after Pearl Harbor, about 2 months after or something like that, loaded up their aircraft carriers with some B-17 bombers, I guess, tactical bombers, and launched them off the carriers, had them go bomb Japan, and then after they were done, they flew on to China. That deal was to land in China, in hopefully friendly territory. That's something you cannot replicate in Hearts of Iron 3. If you send out a mission, those planes then go back to the same base they left from. So I kind of wonder if we're able to do something similar here in HOI4. We'll have to find out and see. Not that, strategically, or tactically even, there's no real reason to be doing that per se. It'd be nice to kind of replicate those kinds of things. I can't imagine in HOI4 you can launch tactical or strategic bombers off of aircraft carriers. I'm sure it's just CAG. Carrier air groups are able to do that. Anyway, so I was noticing that zoomed out, you can see the number of divisions in an area, and as you zoom in a bit, it's like about 6, 7, 8 times in. Okay, so it's showing 2 in like this region or something like that, 15 in this region, 2 in this region. When you get zoomed in a bit more, it's showing the breakdown of where those guys actually are. So 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. So here's the 2, those over here. And then here's the 15. And then as I zoom in further, see, it just broke out a little bit further. And then if I zoom in even further, well, not here, but zoom in further enough, then you get the sprites. I wonder if I can turn the sprites off. You have sprites available in HOI3, but it's highly recommended, especially in black ice, to disable the sprites. I mean, sure, they look pretty, but they're honestly quite useless. They use up so much system memory too. I like the fact there's a train going through, and I have to see what it's replicating, what trains mean here. Okay, cool. So that's almost everything down here. We're looking at the default map mode. We can look at strategic navy map mode. I'm sure we'll have to. Oh, you know what? So you can create new army groups and new armies. So you have to select divisions, and then you can create a new army. And then to create an army group, you have to select a bunch of armies, and then create a new army group. Okay, I can live with that. I'm used to an HOI3 just plopping divisions down, snagging, lassoing a whole bunch of divisions, add them to a core army headquarter, grabbing those core, or selecting those core headquarter armies and adding them to a next higher level up, there, yada yada. So I wonder, do we only have armies and army groups? And for that matter, do we have core?
Pronto, signore.
Oh, cool. Hopefully you guys can hear inside in game. That was Italian. Obviously I can't do French.
Pronto, signore.
Very cool. All right, I like that.
Formazione.
We'll have to get a little bit further into this. I'm kind of wondering, with this guy selected, they're unassigned. Right-click on an existing army or create a new one. Okay, so based on what's saying here, these guys are not assigned to an army. Okay, that's probably something we have to do later. All right. I'm clicking stuff on the map and I shouldn't be. So this is strategic map Navy mode, where we have a whole bunch of admirals, I guess. Okay, naval mission. We'll get back to this soon enough. I don't want to start jumping into stuff here. We want to get through the actual tutorial. But yeah, so it looks like we already have some naval fleets created. We just don't have any leaders set up for them. And strategic air map mode. I'm not sure what this map mode is intended for, but we'll find out later. So that's the unit counters. We'll definitely keep that. So this If I have it selected, that means it's turned off. Okay, so toggle displaying. So if I have it selected, that means it's turned off, if I'm reading that correctly. Or no, I guess it's turned on. Toggle displaying unit counters between all or players. So this is just players when it's selected. When it's unselected, it's all. I'd rather keep it that way. Toggle unit color. So the French next to me are kind of gray. If I have this flag selected, they turn blue. So I want that selected. I like that. And the fog of war, it appears to be, yeah, if this is selected, that means no fog of war. If it's unselected, that means you got fog of war. That seems all reversed. The day-night loop, I hope that means that, yes, we're going through a day-night loop. But the fact that unselected means it's going for all players, selected means it's all going for me. That's weird. Selected to show the colors, I can kind of get behind that, yeah. But fog of war, if I have it selected, that should mean, yeah, we're doing fog of war. If I have it unselected, then that means, okay, we can't really see stuff too well, which I kind of prefer. No. Toggle displaying radars. There shouldn't be any radars, right? No. Honestly, I don't know if that means it's even working or not. We're currently not allied with anyone. Factories map mode. Okay. Probably get into level further here. Military raids. There's none, of course. Resource map mode. We'll be getting into all of these. Ooh, terrain. I kind of like the way this looks too. So from a distance, you're able to see the breakdown of like what's what type deal. Obviously fields. Yep. Forest, actually. Fields here. Plains. Yellow Bee Hills. Yep. Mountains be this silverish, purplish, depending how far out we are. Okay. Supply map mode. Brighter green have more access to supply, while purple have the least access. Yes, suffering supply go from yellow to red. One thing I'm seeing already, looks like there's some supply hubs. Are these like supply hubs? That'd be cool. That's one thing I really hate in Hearts of Iron 3 is supply. I hope HOI4 does so much better in it. Supply in HOI3 is just fairly simplistic. You go from your capital, and it fans out from there. What I've always said, I wish that HOI3 has had, which looks like HOI4 does have, is supply hubs, where you take supply still from your, from your home capital, and you can ship it to a point and load up supplies there, and then excess goes to the next supply hub, and yada yada yada. That way, you can, like for Japan, for example, you can load up an island with a bunch of supply that you're going to launch an invasion from. Say here from Iwo, well, not from Iwo Jima. Here from Saipan, you're going to invade. Good God, where am I at even here? Interesting. But anyway, so you can load up a bunch of supply to one area, so you can launch a naval invasion from it, and then go from there. I wish they had something like that, but of course they don't. Let's switch this back to the map mode I had before. So this is what all this is. We already went through most of this stuff here, but there's also factions. allies appear to be in red. Yeah. Comintern, don't know what color that is. Blue or something like that. Axis is in a gray. But I thought France would have been the allies by now, but maybe that's not. Okay. Diplomacy, green is me. Players, there's none. Infrastructure, probably green is better type deal. So this level of infrastructure, yeah, deeper green's probably better, I would have to imagine. Infrastructure 2. So Rome's at a 4. Is there any... like, I would have to imagine... Oh, 4. So is 4 the best? And 2 goes down to 1 for sure. So is 4 truly the best infrastructure? Deep green appears to be. Just curious up here. Yeah, areas where I would expect infrastructure to be really high in the United States because of railroads. Of course, yeah. Deep South, poor infrastructure. Poor education, poor infrastructure. So it looks like 4 is the best infrastructure available, infrastructure level. Okay, it's interesting. HOI4, everything was like on a scale 10, 1 to 10, or 0 to 10. Infrastructure, I think the lowest you could get was 1. Maybe get lower than that. Population map mode, obviously Roma probably has a bunch of people. It even breaks it down, 2.78 million people. That's gonna be kind of cool. Yeah, definitely more populous. At least more populous in the north. Can we see what other people? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. London's probably very populous. Yep. 9.8 million. Was New York City at this time very populous? I don't know. Yep. 12.6 actually. Cool. Mexico City was not very populated. Not as populated as it is now. Moscow 8.4. Paris 7. So yeah, New York City looks to be among the most populous, along with London. Cool. I like that idea of being able to go, okay, there's so many millions of people living here in this area, type deal. Ideology, fascist, democratic, communist, non-aligned. Communist. Okay, so it seems to be fascist, democratic, communist, or non-aligned is what we're looking at. Not much else beyond that. Okay, yeah, cool. And the others are already taken care of. Okay, so these little icons here are represented here for the most part, I believe. I have to dig in and just kind of double make sure. But there's also some icons. Some of these here aren't represented here. So yeah, having this swung open so we can go through it. These are probably things that are used more often. I see they pretty much looks like they all have shortcuts. But I can see using this. Okay, so we've looked on the right side of the screen. Wow, what are we? Well, we're 40 minutes in almost, and just I haven't even stepped in the tutorial. I'm still kind of just going through everything here. So that's our country flag. Cool. Political power. Some of this is giving me Stellaris vibes. But we'll have this all figured once we're going through the tutorial, I'm sure. Stability, base value is 60%. We're at war because of the time. Yeah, we're at war with Ethiopia, Abyssinia at this point. That's interesting. So what is this province here? I can't make it out. Sultanate of Assa. Are we at war with them? Interesting. That's a little different from Hearts of Iron 3. War support. Manpower. This deletes manpower, of course. Number of factories. So I see we have a breakdown here of military factories and civilian factories. I'm not sure how those interact together. And we also have naval dockyards. Fuel and the consumption. So it shows a current daily consumption, and there's an Army, Air, and Navy consumption. 38.8. So the daily, whoops. So it looks like that the current and maximum consumptions there is the combination of all the different military branches, and then it gives you the military branch breakdown. So you can lay blame to whoever's using the most. Okay, that's cool. I like that idea. Question with it looks like we can go over. Well, maybe, I don't know. Fuel capacity is 253.5 K thousand. I don't know what that 253,000 maybe. I don't know what the K is per se. Gotta be 1,000. I do see a little bit of lightning happening there in Greece and Albania. Yeah, I like that. Hearts of Iron 3, you had a max limit of was it 99,999? Trying to remember. Yeah, I think 99,999. So we can go over that, but I wonder how much more I can go over. I mean, manpower, obviously. We're almost up to, 1 million manpower. And I like the fact that it's breaking down into, that's got to be 3/4 of a million manpower there. The Army's 250,000. Total manpower is about 1 million. I like that. Yeah, it gives you that breakdown. I always feel that with our Hearts of Iron 3, you got the breakdown too that, division held X number of men type thing, brigades and all that, could tell you how many men you had there and their strength and stuff. I like that hitting home type of aspect of you just lost, 6,000 men in this battle type deal. Kind of brings it all to light, shows you how things go. Logistics fulfillment needed 26 and stockpile 49. That's number of trains. Okay, so that's what we're seeing chug around there. Don't need any trucks. We have 150 in stockpiles and convoys. We need 29. We have 200. Okay, so we'll get into that a little bit more. Those are convoys. Command power is used for various military applications. Operations and promotion of generals. It can be spent on one-time operations or can be allocated for continuous operations. Growth and maximum capacity of command power can be increased by various doctrines. Okay, all right. Army experience. Army experience is needed to create, modify your division templates. Okay, so we need experience if we want to develop better variants, create and modify templates, which would make sense, honestly. You may have an idea, okay, we need, mobile units, and boom, you do that. But you wouldn't know until you get into combat how well those mobile units will work and if you need to make any changes to them and stuff like that. Decision, so this is all, this is like HOI4 here, where you can switch over to all the different windows to do stuff, and we'll get into that. Looks like a little bit later. These are the alert windows, which we'll get into those too. Okay, time to really dig into this tutorial a bit further. So left click to select units or select a province. So yeah, we can select a province like so. Lots of info here. There's an infrastructure. Oh, you can go up to 5 with the infrastructure. All right. Everything seems to be at a 4 though. Let's go Rome. Yeah, even Rome's only at a 4 out of 5. Okay. Airbase, you can go up to level 10. Anti-air, you can only go up to a 5. Radar station requires a special. That's how many radar stations you have, probably. Requires technology. I'd have to imagine since it's a number slash number, the number on the right is the maximum that you can have. That's probably based upon level of technology, maybe even, what do they call it? They call it national focus. Maybe it's even related to national focus. Don't know. Railways. Looks like it's a max of 5. We unlocked 6 out of 25 slots in here. We have a military factory, which we could convert to a civilian. We got 4 civilian factories. This is an urban region, so we can convert that. We can make that something else. Okay. Papal States has Lazio as a core state. So Lazio is right here. Really? Papal States? Papal States, I guess I should say. The Vatican is a potential country you could play. Be weird. Oh, so this is the Lazio province? Oh, I don't know how to feel about that. Lazio, a bunch of Nazis. I say that as an AS Roma fan myself. There's a population. Recruitable population. Okay. Urban. We got a supply hub in here. Max supply, max level. I guess we could probably improve the maximum level. There's potential for naval base here at Rome. Land fort and coastal forts. Where HOI4 also had, that might be Black Ice, and had these pillboxes and beach defenses. But it looks like we just have forts, either land or water forts. Okay, so selecting province, which we did. Let's select a unit. Hey, how are you? Okay, click to select division, which we have. Can it not give me a little bit more information about it? I mean, normally with a division, they give me a breakdown of what brigades are assigned to here. Total weight to divisions is 3. Okay, so obviously, again, we have weight. There, so that's how many you could carry. You know, a cargo ship could carry X amount of weight. So that's so many divisions. A strategic redeployment order is off. Okay, consolidation. Probably could combine 2 divisions, maybe. So I wonder if division is the smallest level that we could have represented on the map here. I do believe, I remember playing the tutorial a little bit earlier, before, that when you go to the division builder, your division does consist of different brigades, regiments. So we do have that level of granularity, but it looks like you just can't have a brigade or regiment running around on the map, perhaps. Maybe. We'll see. We can halt them. We can deselect. So this is the 23rd A. Ferrara Division. Organizations 42 out of 42. Current firing strength is 100%. They have 610 of the Carcano M38s. I would assume that's some sort of weaponry. I'm not sure on that. I'm not really strong on Italian World War II weaponry, but I have to assume it's some like rifle or something like that, maybe. No, 30 of support equipment, 12 of the. So that's got to be artillery pieces, I have to think. Current manpower, they're at 6.6 thousand, 6,600 in other words, fully supplied. Okay. Unit is entrenched. Oops. Entrenched receives a 2% defensive combat bonus, up to 40, increased by 2% each day. Maximum is 40%. Max entrenchment will be reached in 19.02 days. Interesting. So there was an acclamation here. There we go. That's a very small icon to be hovering over. Cold acclamation, you're getting there. Hot acclamation. Okay. Gains acclamation. So you spend enough time in particular hostile climate and you gain acclamation. I can understand that. Experience levels 3. This is their template, which it consists of 6 battalions. There we go. Yep, so 6 infantry battalions. It's 1,000 men each. I think it was just over. And here's where the other 600. We got 300 in an engineer company, 300 in support artillery, 6 infantry brigades. This gets me very excited because it means that we can get a more realistic unit composition, division composition, where Hearts of Iron 3, especially with the Black Ice modification specifically, you could throw in up to 7 brigades, regiments into a division. You rarely wanted to overlap. In other words, you didn't, like here, they have 6 infantry brigades. I wonder how much more we could have here. Probably, I think quite a lot actually. But in Hearts of Iron 3, Black Ice, you wanted to have unique brigades, regiments. So you wanted like an infantry brigade, and then an anti-tank brigade, and an artillery brigade, transport support unit, headquarter unit, etc. So there was a lot of things, but there were so many different type of brigade types that with Black Ice's restriction to only 7, you kind of had to, when you built the division, kind of had to weigh the pluses and minuses and figure, okay, what are we going to do to make this, this unit pretty good? You could have a set brigade layout, in the game that you could utilize, but you could design your own. It looks like here you have it with a template. You could do the same thing, create a template and create a whole bunch of divisions based on the template. It looks like you have far more granularity, and that really excites me. Stats, very similar stats to what I'm used to. However, this is much different. So apparently there's some differences in how the stats interact with each other and how they're utilized in Hearts of Iron 4. Hearts of Iron 3, your combat width was in the single digits. I don't think anything was more than single digits. Here, already, we see this infantry division that's strictly just 6 brigades and a couple support companies. It has a combat width of 12. So I'm really hoping that when we go to attack, combat width is also comparatively increased. Weight, sure. All that makes sense. Hard attack. Soft attack is 54. So, yeah, obviously really, really good against other soft units. Very low armor. Not much in the way of hard attack. HP, probably its health. Strength, yeah. Represents how much damage it can suffer before it is destroyed. Be interesting to see how battles get commenced in here. Organization. A lot of still makes the same sense over compared to Hearts of Iron 3. We can throw a leader, officer in charge. Okay. Yes, so I was right. These are artillery units, so total 12 in here. 610 personal and crew serve weapons for infantry as well as the various other bits of kit a soldier needs. I'm pretty sure this is just, I mean, these may be accurate numbers and like, yeah, this division only has 12 artillery pieces. But this may just be an abstract amount for like, this division requires 610 personal crew weapons like machine guns, handheld anti-tank weaponry, snipers, all that kind of stuff. It requires this abstract number, and we have to provide that in order for it to have it maintain effectiveness. That excites me too, the fact that we're able to go this granular in this direction here. It's like, yeah, not only do we have to build a unit, we have to conversely build and supply it. We can build the equipment that the unit needs. Radios, jeeps, pontoons, and other equipment use. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to like this idea here. Okay. So that's a template, current fighting strength, and current organization. All right. We need to move units, so right click, but yeah, that's a big arrow. I like how it takes into account where it's going. So, let's say we wanted to cross over here. What would you do? So I'm sure it's taking the best route based upon infrastructure. I wonder if units will utilize rail as much as possible, or if that's part of the deal. Zoom in and out, hold to pay in camera. Okay. So this is one way, the keyboard, or just move your mouse to the exterior ends. All right. Start by dealing with the alerts on the top of the screen. Our objective here is we need to make sure that 20 military factories are in use. We need 11 more civilian factories in use. Looks like we have 21 total, and we already have 10 currently in use. 15 naval dockyards are in use. National focus is set. Here, let's undo that. A division is queued for deployment, and we have 4 technologies being researched. All right, we can do that. Let's start here. We'll be starting with research. So we need to research 4 technologies. There are 4 slots available. Okay, so here's our research screen. Yes, this is your research screen. Thank you. You have a number of research slots that each can research technology. I wonder. So maybe we'll find out how we get more slots. That's probably some national focus stuff. I wonder what each country can start with. Do more technologically advanced countries start with more research slots? In other words, if I play a minor country, do I get fewer research slots? Leadership was the thing in Hearts of Iron 3. Leadership was a stat that you got that you could spend in various ways. Gain diplomats, gain spies, gain officer ratio, which I did not see here. I don't see an officer ratio, so okay, maybe they got rid of that. We don't need to worry about officer ratio. There's officer corps. There's diplomacy. I don't see intelligence here. So maybe spies have been gotten rid of. That'd be cool, actually. Interesting idea in Hearts of Iron 3, and I do utilize spies in my campaigns that I play, wherein I try to protect my research and stuff, but I also use spies to help boost my national unity, which I don't see national unity here. So I wonder how you get forced into surrender. War support maybe if it goes too low. Stability if it gets too low. Doubt political power to have any impact there. Yeah, so that'd be interesting to find out how you can get countries to surrender. I imagine I have to take their capital locations maybe, or select victory point location if victory point locations exist. Because I don't see. So I mean, there's diplomacy. Yeah, I don't see victory point location. Whatever that might be called here in HOI4. So I don't know. I'll find out what. Anyway, leadership was used in those manners as well as research. So you spent the bulk of your leadership on research, typically, and then the next amount on your officer ratio to build that up, diplomacy to build up your diplomats, intelligent spies to be able to operate well here. This looks like it's gotten a lot simpler in the regards of, okay, you get so many slots. And what I see here, within 30 days, you can choose a new area to research without loss of research time. So that tells me if I have to, I can switch between research projects. But I want to wait till after 30 days have passed so I don't lose all that time that I spent in researching something. Experimental facilities, physics, naval, air, and land. We have none owned, however, but here's how many projects are available. Okay. Oh, we have scientists available. So we got a couple air and naval. Interesting. All right, cool. Let's go back to research slots here. Research speed, looks like we have a bonus due to limited exports and recruit difficulty. Very interesting. There's limited bonus there. Military industry. A lot of negatives I see there. Yeah, speeds, all looks like all military research speeds are decreased. Anyway, this is a research screen. You've done a research slot. Select research technology. Click the empty research slot. Select something to research. Countries have a different amount of research slots, with major powers usually having more. Okay, they answered my question that I had earlier. So minor nations probably have much fewer. It is possible to unlock additional slot through national focuses. That answers another question. Let's cover an alert. Another hint. Okay, so we want to research support weapons 1. Well, this is interesting. So it looks like here's your years up here. Oh, and this is probably helping to indicate where we need to click in order to meet these 4 objectives. So two of these objectives are going to be in one of these panels. Immediately I see that we go from 1918 to 1946 in time frame. Just curious, what's N? Night vision. Ooh, get night vision, improved infantry equipment, infantry anti-tank. The Breda 61, improved Amtrak. There's stuff way down here too. Marines, paratroopers, mountain infantry, elite forces. Okay, alrighty, I like that idea here. But there's something here, so we need to get support weapons. So where's support? There's support weapons 1. That's what we need to research. So we're already up to the M38. It doesn't really tell me if, what's better than, I'm assuming the M38 is better than the M91. Oh, and technology is 3 years ahead of time. The more ahead it is, the bigger the time penalty. So time to research will be 927 days. I would have to imagine that penalty drops as each year progresses. So, assuming such, that's how it works in Hearts of Iron 3. Is yes, you get a penalty If you research something that's 1 year ahead, you get a penalty, and if it's 2 years or more ahead, you get a much more severe penalty. But as you progress upward through the years, so if you research something that's like, say, 3 years in the future, next year it's still the same amount of penalty. Next year, the penalty's lessened, but it's still a penny. Next year, your same year that you're supposed to be researching it, okay, now you're dead even. This is 2 years ahead of time. Okay. But it doesn't really tell me, so, what's the big deal, special thing about this, that, or the other? Why would I want to research this? Well, that tells me, okay, if we get that, motorized infantry, all the motorized stuff get hardness benefits there. It also tells me what we can build. That's another thing that's really excited me too, is again, I don't know the Italian equipment all that well, but this excites me, the fact that it's like, okay, we're building this specific thing. Hearts of Iron 3 was just like, for naval, here's the class of ship you're building, and it was based upon the country you're playing there. But like for the land forces and air forces too, it was just like level 1, level 2, level 3. So there wasn't any real indication of, okay, you're getting something named, type deal. Anyway, so here's support weapons. 177 days, so we're talking 6 months before this gets researched. Improves the defense of our infantry, mounted infantry, special forces, motorized and mechanized infantry, and breakthrough as well gets improved. Click on that. Gives you the breakdown again. More portable. Some machine guns have already proven effective, and the development of handheld support weapons must continue. And click on research. Boom. That didn't go away or indicate or show that it was finished. Oh well, we'll keep going through these here. So the next thing is okay. So there's something else in here, maybe? No, doubtful. Because we have electronic, mechanical engineering, basic machine tools, and construction, which are probably in these two areas here. Yeah, engineering has got to be electronic, mechanical engineering, and industry is probably these last two here. Besides infantry, though, we have support companies. It goes from 1918 to 1945, so we can get better equipment there. This is also where we can get vehicles. Oh, here's trains. The FS class 685, the war austerity train. Interesting. Armor. Ooh, this is what really is. So these two, it's a horizontal. Armor, it's a vertical. That's weird, but okay. And it goes from 1918 to 1945. So our current tanks are, the best that we've got is an L3 Fiat 3000. These are light tanks. And this will even tell you. So this is a light tank. This is the light tank tree. Eventually we can spin off from the light tank to amphibious tanks and medium tanks. With some of these have a side to the heavies, and yeah, we can switch off from the light to heavy tanks pretty much right away. Okay, that's cool. Again, this excites me greatly, seeing these. I really can't wait till I start like a German campaign and see all the German names. Artillery, again, vertical, strange. Going to 1945, though I don't know why. 1943 is the last date that we'll be able to do anything. These are artillery. 75, 77 we got. Here's anti-air, artillery, anti-tank, rocket artillery as an aside. That's all cool. Oh yeah, this. Yeah, I can see getting the DLC. I think I can see myself getting into Hearts of Iron 4. didn't really want to get into it for like the longest time because I was hearing so much bad stuff about it. And probably as I play, I might see the reasons why for the bad stuff. But I'm liking this, definitely liking this aspect here. So now we're back to horizontal and only a couple of years worth. 22, 36, 40, 44. Destroyers, cruisers, cruiser and battleship armor. Battleships, which I don't see where they're named. Yeah, none of these are really named like a particular class. I wonder if you can get into that and say, yeah, let's have certain classes. But then we have carriers. There's basic conversion, carrier hull, submarines, which looks to be only one type of sub. It may be Black Ice that introduces the breakout of the submarines, where you have coastal subs, which are very short range, regular submarines, much longer range, and then you have long range submarines, which are much more advanced. They usually have more fuel available to them and probably some inherent refueling capability, out in the ocean type deal. But here I'm only seeing this. So yeah, after everything here having names and stuff, we come to naval, it's like, nope, nothing's named. You're just 1, 2, or 3, 4, whatever. This may also be, though, a lot of the DLC, a lot of expansions provide specific country flavored trees, research and national focus trees, as well as their own, individual sprites and music and stuff like that. So it might be, since we're playing Italy, may have some of the more basic stuff that never really got touched upon. So, yeah. Okay. Naval support. These are our basic light battery, basic medium, basic heavy, basic torpedo. Okay, so we got batteries, armaments, torpedoes, damage control, fire control methods, transports, and again, we're dealing with 22 through 44. Mine warfare. Mines is new. That's something that wasn't in HOI3. Interesting. I like that already. Air. Back to vertical. The way it changes, the way it does. I mean, I guess maybe because I don't know. Because there's so many of these things here, we had to put it on a horizontal. And while there's not so many here, because we have fighters and tactical bombers from 1933 to 1950, which is interesting. The fighter I say fighter. This is probably light and medium planes, or light and heavy planes, maybe. Because we have in this section, breakdown is fighters, close air support, naval bombers. These look to be jet propelled. Yeah, looks to be jet propelled planes. And under the bomber, heavier planes, aircraft, we got heavy fighters. This looks like a BF-110 actually. Tactical bombers, and these have got to be jet. Yeah, jet, and that's a jet strategic bomber, and then strategic bombers. Okay, cool. And I like that we have we're back to names again. All right, now we're on engineering. Oh wow, so we have atomic on its own category. It even has its own years. It's not corresponding with what's here. So we do atomic research, and then immediately can jump into rockets, strategic rockets. Atomic research. it's 4 years in advance, it'll take 1,569 days. Well, that would never change. That is 5 years, nearly. So if you were to start researching now, technically you get it done in 1941. But I'm willing to bet as time goes on, as each year rolls in, the time to research will drop. Not only because we're researching, but the malices, the penalties you're getting hit with will drop because of each year getting closer to its actual year that you're supposed to be able to get into it. So we have electronic engineering and fortification engineering. Basic forts, improved coastal, improved land, advanced. Okay. So electronic engineering, we have mechanical engineering, which we need to do. Let's go ahead and research this. So this is can no longer only warm and light us, but help us think and communicate. Will be key to military intelligence the coming century. Yes. So light and heavy battery, increased chance to hit. One factory has a factory output of 4.5 a day. Oh, this is how much it will cost. Okay. So electronic mechanical engineering, this is all it does. Doesn't have any other impact. Okay. Well, yeah, I wanted to still look at these others here. So on one side we got radio. Down here, radar looks like. This way, mechanical computing, basic fire control system, decryption, computing machine, encryption. So one side's encryption, the other side's decryption. Down the middle is computing for research speed, improved fire control systems. Okay. So the next one we need to research, is it in here? We need basic machine tools and construction. Let's check in industry. It's probably here. So we have synthetic oil on one side, and on the other, production in this area here with industry sharing. Branches are mutually exclusive. Research can progress and only progress in one of the branches. So we can either go in industry or dispersed. So concentrated or dispersed. Okay, that would make sense. So production in this line here, industry here, construction there, synthetic oils, fuel, oil, rubber. Okay. What's this? Basic machine tools. Production efficiency increase, cool. And the last one's construction, which is right here. 203 days, that's a long time. So, yeah, I'm surprised these didn't indicate that since I've started them, they're done or whatever. But all right, it is what it is. That one tab went away though. Oh, it did indicate here. Okay. Boom. So we're working on that. All right. Free civilian factories. We need to put 11 in use. This is the construction screens. You improved your states and provinces by constructing buildings. Beginning of the game is just you build civilian factories for a couple of years before starting to build military factories or more specialized structures. By building civilian factories, you'll be able to construct more buildings in the long term. All free civilian factories will be constructing new buildings according to their order in the construction queue. The higher the state infrastructure, the faster the construction. That makes sense, yeah, okay. So we definitely want, if I have the chance to be able to build factories, I want to make sure it's in high infrastructure places. Civilian factories have been highlighted for your convenience. Click to activate build mode. Build mode is activated. Click on the map to queue the construction of a building. So we're going to be visiting the map here soon. Hold shift and click to queue the maximum amount. Okay. So we do have consumer goods that need to be taken care of. So civilian factories have been highlighted. Okay, so we need to make sure 20 civilian factories are in use. So we'll click that. Let's move these over here so we can have a better view of the map. So, oh, I see. Excuse me. So here's the factories, X number out of Y number slots. Okay, so these are maxed out. Green definitely indicates that we can still build more. So I want to be able to, I feel I should be building civilian factories in where we have a high number. What does this percentage mean? Well, I'm not sure what that percentage means. These 5 out of 8 building slots. There's 3 naval dockyards, 2 civilian factory, military factory. Here, yeah, I'm not sure what the percentage means. Oh, that's infrastructure. That's what that symbol is infrastructure. So that is handy in showing you, I guess, how good your infrastructure is. So yeah, I want to try to hit high numbers for my infrastructure. So here, click to build a civilian factory, shift click to build maximum amount of buildings. Okay, control click to build and place at the beginning of the queue, alt click to build and place at the end of the queue. So boom, I did a shift click, we're building three here. So it says we already completed that. We have 21 out of 21 civilian factories in use. Really? That's all we need to do? Click and just build. Zero unused, total 21, own 21, in use 21. Okay, all right. So we are therefore done with that aspect, civilian factories. Military factories. This should be the same, I would have to imagine. This is the, here we kind of move this over to here, so we kind of keep an eye on the map. This production line screen. Production lines produce equipment needed for your war effort. Recommend that you produce both the equipment you need now and that you might need in the future. That definitely makes sense. There are 2 types of production lines, military and naval. The first uses military factories, and the latter uses naval dockyards. More factories are assigned to a production line, the faster will produce the equipment you need. A production line can be created by clicking one of the 4 highlighted buttons. So what is this? Build infantry and artillery equipment, build armored vehicles, build aircraft, build ships. And that's repair, okay. Once you select an equipment type, a production line will be created for that equipment type. Okay, so we just need to put 20 military factories in use. So, read the next page's hint to see recommendations on what to produce, how many factories assigned to each production line. Okay, next page. Image below is an example of a production line with 10 military factories assigned to it. We recommend these to also create production lines for 4 support equipment, 2 towed artillery, 2 BA-65s, heavy fighters, maybe? Not sure. Or maybe those are dive bombers, tactical bombers. 1 railroad, 10, those are destroyers, and a convoy. Let's go here first. Let's get our convoy. Boom. Let's get our 10 destroyers. Yeah, so we have submarine, destroyer, cruiser. Oh, so we do have classes. Okay. Yeah, these are 2 different cruiser hulls. Both the same. Both have the same cruiser hull level. They're different though. This is a cruiser as well. Also same level. Looks like the same type of ship. Relatively, but what is this number here? production cost. Okay. Cost a bit more. This is the most expensive cruiser. This is probably heavy cruiser, and these are light cruisers, and they each have different aspects. This one has better surface detection and sub detection. Better anti-air. This one's faster. This one has no armor, where this one does have armor. Interesting. Okay. So, yes, we can have name ship types, ship class types. But there's definitely some differences, and okay, we'll get into that a little bit later here. But anyway, we're going to the Mestral. We need to build 10. So in here is where you can assign dockyards to build more. So convoys, we can assign a whole bunch of dockyards. We get 14 dockyards too. Here, oh, that's how many units of steel is required. So we're just building 5 right now. We need 10 total, as it indicates here. Okay, so we're good there. Let's go to air. So we need a BA-65. Close air support, so a CAS. We could build an interwar transport plane. Doesn't indicate here like how many personnel it's able to carry, or weight, or anything of that sort. That's all right, I suppose. Interwar bomber. Tactical bomber, I guess, maybe. Naval bomber, CAS, interwar fighter, another interwar fighter variant. Both cost the same. This one's a little bit faster. Better air attack, more agile. Okay. So obviously I wouldn't want to build those ever. But anyway, BA-65. So we want to build these. Alright. Towed artillery. That's in here. Towed artillery. So that's this thing here. We need 2 of these. Oh, with BA-65, we need 2 of these puppies. There. Towed artillery, we need 2 of these. So we got towed anti-air, towed artillery. We got a truck available. Support equipment, civilian train, which we need to... I'm here. Let's put the train in. We just need one of those. Towed artillery. We need 2 of these. Okay. There's infantry equipment. I wonder how you know. I'm sure there's got to be some way to figure out how much infantry equipment's needed for a division. Which I guess maybe once you build a division with all its brigades and all that kind of stuff, it'll tell you, okay, we need this many infantry equipment. Excuse me. So that way you'll know going forward, if I build more of these templates, divisional templates, I need X number of support equipment per each. Well, support equipment and infantry equipment. But we need 4 support equipment. Okay, so we'll put that in place here. Okay, so let's make sure we got everything we need here. We got 1 convoy, 10 destroyers, 2 planes, 1 train, 2 artillery, 4 support equipment. It says we're only using 9 of 20 factories. That's odd. Excuse me. You know what? We are using just 9 factories, because here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. So this is saying what we need to build. Probably need to, let's just do 10 infantry equipment, right? So we need to use up 4 more naval dockyards and 2 more military factories. Build light tanks maybe, or air. Do we need? I mean, we're building everything here. Support, infantry, train. Maybe let's do trucks. Let's do 2 trucks. Oh, 1 truck and boom, we meet what we need for military factories, dockyards. So, coastal defense ship. Okay, so we're not able to build these because we're lacking particular things. What does it take for a submarine? 1 naval dockyard. What does it take? Let's say we want to build a Littorio ship. Does this tell me in here how many resource use per factory? Apparently just requires 1 factory, but okay, that's fine. Need to use 2 more. Let's do a Conte de Cavour. And let's do a cruiser. Do a heavy cruiser. Alright, boom. We're done with that. Alright. Missing equipment production. Equipment which is currently not being produced. Required for air reinforcements. Oh, so you know what? Probably didn't need to do those builds that I did, because we're probably going to use factories that we need in here. The 2 types, blah blah. This looks to be the same as I dealt with before. We have logistics requests require equipment which is currently not being produced. Equipment required for air reinforcements: fighter, tactical bomber, and naval bomber. Okay, let's the top one was the better. Let's do an air fighter. Ooh, I can see no factories assigned. Yeah, I think we're out of factories. That might be why. Actually, can we trash it? Yes. That's something interesting to see. So, okay, if it was in red, yeah, we'd have some problems. Okay, you know what? I think we're fine. I don't know. I'm not sure why that popped up, but we can right-click dismiss it. Focus. We need to set a focus. So we are here in the national focus tree, which, oh my goodness, what do we got going on here? So I'm not sure which focus we're in here right now. Oh, never mind. This is filtering. This could filter it out. This is our entire focus tree. Wow, it scrolls quite a bit and goes way down too. Wow, it scrolls a whole bunch. Jeez. Wow, good thing we can zoom. Continuous focus remains active until you choose focus again. We need to unlock 10 more focuses in order to do continuous focus. Interesting. I like that. I like that idea, I suppose. Okay. We've highlighted a couple of national focuses for your convenience that we recommend that you start with. The reason this path is recommended because it allows you to gain another research slot as quickly as possible, which will allow you to research 1 more technology simultaneously. So, wow. There is a lot of stuff, and this is just the Italian tree. Okay. Naval power projection. So this reminds me of Stellaris. Something similar. I forget what it's called, but anyway, so Ethiopian war logistics it's recommending completes in 35 days, so that's cool. Adds infrastructure and naval base to a couple different locations in Ethiopia. And I guess as we go into a tree, then it kind of filters down. So yeah, sure. Let's select that. Oh, so we only get one national focus to be working on. Okay. So it recommends the Ethiopian war logistics anyway. Oops. Ah. Close. Close. I thought right clicking. Nope. I see. Hold the middle mouse button to pan the camera. Okay. All right. We're getting close to being done here. Probably close to getting the episode done too, I would say. But let's see. We want to queue up a division for deployment. This is the recruit and deploy screen. This is where you queue new divisions for training and later on deployment. We recommend that you add a division, Defentary division, to the queue. So this one, division training will first attempt to gather the equipment they require. Once they have their equipment, they'll begin their training. Training progress can never exceed equipment progress. Click the training button to add the division for training. Once divisions complete their training, they'll be deployed to a location of your choice. They may only deploy divisions in your core territories. Division can be produced serially or in parallel, just like HOI4, which that's an aspect I like. I like being able to say we want this one division to be produced in serial, meaning, or in serial. Right? No, parallel, meaning it's just going to go straight forward. Or conversely, you can go, I want I'm trying to think now how it was in HOI3. So we could go, okay, we want to build for example, let's say we want to build 10 divisions, period. And it'll do one and then the next and the next and then the next, that way it's a long path. Or you go, I want 10, but I want you to build 2 divisions at the same time and do this 5 times. I think that's serial. Or conversely, you could say, I want you to build 5 divisions all at the same time, and once they're all completed, then build another 5 to get your 10. So that different ways, of course, that you can come about doing things. Tides of war have turned against you may be viable to deploy a division before they have all their equipment and training. That should be avoided when you can. Okay. So they want us to train this guy here. Good. Now alerts are sorted out. You can start diving into the details of waging war. At least start the war with Ethiopia. You should not have much difficulty in winning that war once you learn how to do it. Move your camera in a southeastwards direction. Oh, I see. The arrows are kind of pointing to where I need to go. So, do I have to deploy it yet, or do we just wait? So we're building this. Training has been halted, not enough equipment to train. Okay, so I guess we don't worry about that. Oh, by the way, here's where the templates are for those that maybe don't, haven't gotten into that. We're not going to read this just yet because we'll get to that momentarily. But basically, this division has 6 brigades. You could add 3 more. It looks like 2 here, 1 over here, and then I can have up to currently 4. But it looks like we could eventually maybe learn to do a 5th. But I could have up to 3 support brigades, companies, battalions, whatever. That is interesting. I like. All right. So we need to slide on down. The arrow is pointing. It says, okay, we're here. Until you find Eritrea. Once your camera just select the divisions in Eritrea's date by holding down left click and drag select. So do they mean all my guys here?
Formazione.
Great. Now you learn how to start planning an offensive. I kind of remember this here. It is a bit weird, but we'll figure this out. So I have 18 divisions selected in this area here. It looks like Mountaineer, a couple infantry, several infantry actually, cavalry, I'd have to assume. Not sure what these types are or that. We'll have to learn what these different things mean. Anyway, divisions can join together in armies. Armies used to draw battle plans, and they can be assigned a commander to lead them. While you have divisions selected, click the New Army button at the bottom of the screen. We want to do the same thing for the divisions in the south in Somaliland over here. 7 divisions there. So we're facing off against potentially just 2 divisions. We'll see. Anyway, create a new army. Create an army is the first step. Can give it orders by drawing battle plans. Click the front line button and then click the border to Ethiopia. Front line. Good. Our front line now exists towards Ethiopia. In order for you to get your troops to attack with battle plans, you must first also draw an offensive order. Click the offensive line button and then hold right click and drag between the 2 highlighted provinces. Do the same procedure for the division in the south. Well, we'll do this one first. So this is front line, offensive line, and then hold right click and drag between the 2 highlighted provinces. So we want to do like this, right? Oh, so we need to show that we're going to
Formazione.
Addis Ababa.
Avanzate. Avanzate.
I'm not doing that, okay. There we go. Now create an offensive order to attack their capital, but actually looks like we kind of messed that up a little bit. No, I drew it there. I don't know why it's going beyond, but okay, whatever. So it looks like our units are going kind of all over the place a little bit here. I mean, there's a general line. Okay, all right, whatever. If you allow your units to prepare before you go ahead and give the order. Execute the plan. Be wise to make the correct preparations. You can, if you allow your units to prepare for 15 days, they will receive a combat bonus for up to 30%. Certain land doctrines can modify. It's also able to prepare your air force as well. Click the air base in Etria. Or if your troops have a higher guarantee of success in battle, it's also important to give them the proper air support they may require. They can be sent on missions. Support air wings can be sent on missions. Support air wings can be sent on close air support. So assign the air wings by right-clicking the Dana kill and give them orders once they are assigned. Now have air wings assigned to the air region. Before they start doing anything, however, you must first give your air wings missions. For doesn't have an active mission, will stay in the air base. Number of different air missions on the air wing can be sent on depend on the type of air wing. Support air wings can be sent on the close air support mission. Just click on the mission icon, the air interface. That's up here, I'd have to assume, right? No, up here. Not really indicating to me which I should be doing. But let's do close air assault. 2 of them have missions, okay. And So we have a fighter, 40 fighters waiting for orders, 32 tactical bombers, 48 close assault. Okay, so we'll also do interception. Boom. So these are all the different orders we can give. Oh, we have kamikaze. Probably have to learn that's kind of great out there. Oh, look, the plane's flying. Interesting. All right. Now, with everything almost set up, it is time to look at executing the battle plan and conquer Ethiopia freely. Click the default F button in the bottom right and select your army. And click the portrait in the bottom screen. So default and select the army.
Pronto all'azione.
Before we begin the assault in Ethiopia, you should assign a commander to your army. I've already done it. Click the empty leader portrait to the top left of the screen and select a commander from the list. Does it really matter who I choose? What kind of filtering do we have here? So this is attack, that's defense, skill. So this does filter, puts the highest attack people to the top. This puts the highest defensive people to the top. I'm not sure what this is. Planning speed, max planning. This is supply consumption. Okay, but so it looks like you're the one I'm going to go ahead and put in charge. And we have to execute the battle plans. That must be something down here. Click to start an exercise. Execute in a balanced manner. Oh, there's so much more stuff I see here we can do, but let's just go ahead and execute the battle plan. Carefully, balanced, or aggressively. Let's do balanced. Does that not kick off then? Oh, we're looking for a different icon. It's this one that we're looking for. I don't see that here. Is that here? Ah, right here. Okay, that is really tiny. I'm playing on a 24-inch monitor, so yeah, that's like super tiny here. The force will not begin the offensive on Addis Ababa. Unpause the game, blah blah. So game is unpaused. So that's the next level. Okay, so let's go ahead and exit out of that there. Now here, I want to get you guys together. We want to add you to a new army. Your border is here, okay. And we want you to take an offensive action also that way. We'll give you the next best leader here. And the same thing, we'll also execute that order. All right. So unpause. And how fast are we going? We're just going speed 1. An hour a day is about every 2 to 3 seconds. So look at nighttime coming in. Probably not much happening here. Looking at our combat, so we got a 71 here, 61 there. 18 divisions attacking here, then 13 more will come to attack this way. It's very interesting. We have an 87 attack available here. Daylight. Let's check the southern front here. So not much happening here. These divisions are moving inward, it looks like. 63, 64, 63, so that's kind of variable. speed up a bit further here. Italian Theater 1, we call this Ethiopian Theater. Interesting, okay. We have 25 divisions total in this theater. 98, they're about to win, it looks like. Oh, they did win. Let's go to this one next year. I want to see a battle action, so it's 2 against 1. What we got here? Skill 4, skill 2. Enemy air superiority. We do have air support. Oh, this is all my bonuses. These are their bonuses or malices. So we have air superiority, so we're going to be winning that one. Here, no air superiority. There's a bridge there, apparently. Combat with 25. Combat with is 50. Use combat with is 30. And I'm not quite understanding that, but okay. We're currently winning. Will last for another 27 days. Oh, that's nice. That'll give you a breakdown on that. Again, estimation. It went up briefly because of nighttime. Wow, went up. Now it's going way up there a bit more. We have 3 divisions in here, though. I don't see where it's giving indication of like how much manpower is being used. I do have reserve here. We are currently losing. Okay. Yeah, this one's going to be a raffle stomp, it looks like here. 12 down in the Christmas offensive. Pause the game here. Troops have stalled in the war against Abyssinia and have been pushed back in certain places. This Christmas offensive has Mussolini privately parading the military high command for their incompetencies. The Il Duce wants results now. He's therefore authorized any means necessary to repel the Abyssinians and to end this war swiftly, whatever it takes. By any means necessary, we need to be methodical. So, choose the first. We'll gain offensive in Ethiopia. What? It's 15th of January. Okay. Which grants an attack bonus of 15% for the next 6 months. Okay. Yeah, let's see what it says by all means necessary. Let's see what happens on that. How are we doing, by the way, down south here? We got one attack going on. Yeah, I wish these windows could be a little bit larger in size. My old tired eyes are having difficulty seeing some of these things. Whoever they are, their soft attack is off the chart there. 45. Down 22. Yeah, so I mean, we're like doing really, really well. But their defense is definitely why we're not quite knocking them down.
Respingiamo, signore!
Okay. Close it real quick. Alessandro Lucio Baroli falls ill. It seems Alessandro has pushed himself too far. Bad climate operational area. He has now fallen ill, likely needs some time to recover until he gets well enough to perform at his usual level. Unfortunate. Sick for 30 days. Interesting. I wonder what that kind of portends. Hey, this guy looks very familiar. Interesting. I like this breakdown of what the air power is actually doing. For the most part, HOI4 it's just a guesstimation. I mean, you can kind of look and see, if you're having our attack level's at 65, and then you start having CES attack. Now it's up to 72. You kind of have an idea, what impact your planes are having there. But this is actually really giving us a breakdown of what's going on there. I like that. Doesn't really tell me. Yeah, I kind of was hoping they would give me an indication of how many troops are being lost, kind of type deal. You know what? Let's pause the game real quick. We got these to go through. Unassigned divisions.
Pronto, signore.
Okay, we're not going to worry about those. Those are all those guys up north here, so we're not going to worry about those. Decisions available. We can abandon the naval treaty. We can commandeer civilian trains. Events occur throughout. Okay, decisions are long or short-term goals you can strive for. So what we can do is go ahead with the abandoned naval treaties. And you know what? We're gonna just ignore this for right now. We're not gonna really worry about those. We're at war. Really? I was not aware. So we've lost a total of 53 people. Wow. Well, they've lost 5,000. All right. Yeah, those I'm not going to worry about overly. Let's just deal with the actual tutorial and work on that. So this is getting a little bit better here. Up to 79 now. Here we're at 60. About even because of what we have here attacking in the area, what they have defending. Down south we're doing pretty good. And let's speed this up a bit further. Yeah, and then we're starting to go up here, so we're starting a little bit better, it looks like. $83.71, 80. Japan abandons naval treaty. To review our own participation. Sure, we'll do that, but let's actually kind of speed this up a little bit here and just see. The Ethiopian war logistics has gone into place. Okay, completed. Cool, cool. Italian highways. Let's go ahead and do that. Success in North Ethiopia is nothing but Mussolini has nothing but praise and admiration for the armies in northern Abyssinia and their success in pushing back their fierce opponents. He, of course, never doubted the prowess of our troops, as long as they got the right motivation from their Duce and the tools to prevail. We have them on the run now, so that I can see we gained some extra stuff there. Cool. We're actually pushing in the south too, so that's good news throughout. Do have an attack going on here. It's not the best looking, but we'll get there. Same here, down south here. Attack here is going good. So I'm assuming I could go a little more granular in my. I'm liking that word. I'm using it a lot. I'm assuming we can go a little more granular in the attacks rather than just be like, all you guys move here type deal. But I'm liking how that aspect is working. Remilitarization of the Rhineland. Okay. It is no more than the Germans walking into their own backyard, a political commentator in Britain observed. Worrying. I don't know if it's worrying. I would think we're okay. So we built the Italian railroads. We're cool with that. We'll do the Ministry of Italian Africa. Oh, we don't meet the requirements. Okay. So we can't be at war. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Railway innovations. Just do that for right now. Just kind of see what's what. Down south, we're pushing pretty good. Up north, move here. We're not doing all that great. I see yellow exclamation marks. Organization's too low, too advanced. Wait for them to reorganize or consider changing the aggressiveness of the battlefield execution. Research is finished. All right. Cool. Let's go to infantry here. We're researching that. 36. I don't think there's anything we need to really worry about researching here. Okay. Support companies. Let's do recon company. Heard someone scream there. Okay. So not much, yeah, we're not moving any further up here, but down south we certainly are. Southern front, counteroffensive Abyssinia has not reached the goals that Duce wanted, which has left him rambling for hours about being surrounded by incompetency and idiocy. He seems certain that the military high command is working against him. The generals want to see the entire war fail. Well, we got this national focus struggle in Ethiopia completed. So we need to lock 7 more focuses in order to do one of those. Okay. So that focus was automatically completed due to some things happening. Okay, I get you. So get some decisions available, which like I said, I'm not going to worry about that here for the purpose of this. Tutorial here. Okay, railway innovations are complete. Wasn't there something here that we could go? No, we need solid progress. Okay. Naval power projection we could do if we wanted to. Air innovations. Army primacy. So we just completed this. Let's do this for right now. Get some building slots, military factories. Yeah, our attacks down south are a little bit stalled, it looks like. Looking better here, but... maybe we'll do concentrated. So an attack happened and immediately it looks like we had lost that attack. Or no, they're attacking us. Okay, they're attacking us and we immediately won. Okay. We're a bit halted though because of what's happening there. Support weapons have been completed. That's fine. Let's go into armor. And get this tank going. Surprised there's not a focus one up here we could do. Yeah, I'm not concerning myself with all the extra stuff. We're not going to really concern ourselves with. We'll just let things kind of go. I just want to complete the tutorial. Let's just get Ethiopia. So that's what the screaming is about. The Ethiopians are attacking me, losing. Now it's a swift end to the war. We're in July, so yeah, I can see why.
Attento!
So we're not able to move in. We have no supply. How do we fix that? How do we fix supply? Is there a way here? To do something to say, hey, just worry about... I don't see anything at all. I'm not going to worry about doing this. Let's just worry about trying to get the conquering of Ethiopia underway here.
Pronto!
So... So I feel like I'm missing out on something here. And it appears to be because of lack of supply, perhaps? Or something along those lines? Let's take a look at supply. Yeah, we're not getting any supply in these provinces. It's not getting pushed forward all that much. So it would seem to me that'll continue with that interruption for a certain number of days. Oh, so we're getting some achievements, it looks like. Well, we're not really earning the achievements because we're in tutorial mode, but yeah, it seems to me we probably have to. The tutorial's fine, but it's not taking account what's happening here. We're not pushing supply forward or something like that. So it's probably something I need to take a look at and see. We're not going to worry about at this point right now. We'll play through overview. 10 months. Wow, interesting. Okay, I like these kind of things here. I do appreciate you guys following along here. I'm going to call it at this point here. It's just a tutorial, nothing special. I need to dive a little bit further into what's going on in the game here. Maybe even go back into the tutorial after reading on like how to make sure I get supply up to the front and things of that kind of nature. There might be some other aspects that I'm not realizing, maybe like equipment that needs to be pushed to the front. My units may be using up equipment. We don't have enough to deal with, you know, what we're going to be needing to use here on the front lines. But in any event, appreciate you guys following along with me on this. If you have any tips, tricks, hints, please provide them. I'd be happy to add them to my repertoire here and get further into this game. I'm kind of liking it. It's very different. Certain aspects, very much like HOI4. A lot of it's not. So I need to learn how to utilize what I know in HOI4, apply it here, and learn these new aspects as well. But thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great day now. Bye.